Hey guys, it's Karen V from Valori Huntress. So I've been hunting all of my life. My dad taught me, he's been hunting all his life. So I wanted to come on here and help teach other people how to hunt. Like once you figure out, okay, I want to learn how to hunt. Once you figure that out, this is the next few steps that you need to take. When you go online to your state's Department of Fish and Wildlife website that I'll have linked below, you're going to try and look up where you can take a test. Things that you're going to be learning when you take your test are the rules and knowledge of just firearm equipment in general. This is the barrel, this is the trigger, this is the stock, things like that. You're going to learn basic shooting skills. You're going to learn things like that. You're going to learn basic hunting skills. So they'll teach you some of the terms and help you understand the common go-to newbie stuff when it comes to hunting. Other things you're going to learn is being a safe hunter. So things you need to watch out for from people around you, things that you need to realize out in the woods and everything. And you're going to learn preparation and survival skills, just a few bare minimum things. You're also going to learn some responsibilities as a hunter and how to be ethical. Some of the stuff is common sense, but sometimes people need it. With all that, you also will learn a little bit about understanding wildlife. Figure out what you want to hunt. I don't recommend you jump straight into hunting extreme big game. Don't try and go elk hunting, moose hunting, or black bear hunting, or grizzly bear hunting, or wolf hunting. Wait for those. Start up with things like turkeys, some deer. Don't go too crazy with the deer. I recommend starting out with something easy. Birds are really easy, and so are deer. So I recommend those. Pigs would be like number 3. They can still be pretty mean, but they're a lot bigger of an animal to shoot at. That's still not gonna be super hard to find. When you do your research for what you want to do, you really want to actually do the research. I'm not kidding. Don't just, I'm going to go and hunt this. That's not, no. You want to do your research. And the reason why I'm saying this is you will learn so much more respect for the animal if you do your research first. Because you'll learn everything about them, from what they eat, where they like to hide, what altitude they like to stay at, what are their main predators, where they usually like to hide during the day, where they stay during the winter months, the fall months, spring, and the summer. And you're also going to learn what they eat. And knowing these things is going to help you become a better hunter. You're going to know your harvest, and you're going to be able to understand why it does what it does. And it'll help you figure out how to harvest that animal in a better and less time-consuming way. You're not just going to go out there and go willy-nilly and be like, I'm going to go and find myself a big old elk, when you don't know anything about elk hunting. You need to do your research. So what I recommend is, if you have a Kindle or like a Fire tablet or an iPad, go online and order books. Like I have a book on bighorn sheep right now for the bighorn sheep hunt that, yes, I don't have the tag personally. Somebody else in my family does. But if I know what's going to happen, I know where to look when I'm helping scout for them. Other things is books. Like I have books on elk, mule deer, antelope, wolves, and knowing how the animal works is going to help you become a better hunter. Because you're going to know and you're going to understand and you're going to be able to have more compassion for that animal, and you're going to understand it more than any non-hunter will. You become so much more connected with the animal. Once you learn the animal, it doesn't feel so hard taking that animal away, because you've done your homework. You've learned about them. You respect them on a whole new level, and you know you're gonna eat that animal. People ask me, will I get guilt if I go out and I go hunting and I kill an animal? I don't know if I live with the guilt. Well, the reason why I've never lived with the guilt is because I know I'm going to eat that animal. I'm going to be able to provide food for my family thanks to this animal. And I've worked hard to understand this animal so I don't waste my time. You need to learn your animals, and that's the best thing I can recommend. Research your animal that you want to go hunting for. You're going to be receiving a book for your state. So for instance, when it comes to California, you'll get a book like this. You're going to learn your unit or zone for your area. And by that, it's kind of like a county when I explain it to people. It's not exactly the county lines, but it's a designated area. So here's the state of California. Northern A unit is all of the purple. So I can go in Sonoma County, Napa, part of Lake, part of Mendocino, part of Colusa, part of Yolo, Solano, Marin. It'll tell me what areas I'm allowed to hunt in reason for when I get that tag, as long as it's in that zone or unit. Now, it'll also tell me what page I turn to if I want to learn more what animals are in my unit. I can look at the season dates, when I'm allowed to hunt them, how much the tag is going to cost me, if it's going to be a specialty tag. And by specialty tag, I mean it costs more than just a regular tag, and it's harder, and there's a drawing. In another video, I'll go through all the weird terms that some of this will not make any sense to you. But drawing is like a lottery, but that's not a beginner thing, and we'll get through that later. So you'll learn a lot about the money side of it, and you'll also learn if there's any new rules or regulations for your area. This is your holy Bible, and if you cannot find it in here, you can go online at your state's Fish and Wildlife site. Another tool that you can use is a app on your phone or laptop called OnX Hunt. I love this app, and I hope one day they'll be my sponsor, but it'll tell you so much about the area that you want to go. It'll help mark where you want to go, show you roads, show you the units, shows you county lines where fires have been. I love this app. Another one, Go Hunt Insider. Go Hunt is a brand that I hope will also be my sponsor one day. With Go Hunt Insider, it'll help you figure out what hunt you want to go on next. I recommend that you guys go check them out, and I'll leave a link below. Figure out your weapon. Now, there's bows, there's crossbows, there's shotguns, there's rifles. There's so many different things you can choose from, but the best thing that I can recommend is don't jump into the first gun store and buy the first thing that they tell you to. They can tell you to buy $1,000 gun, and you can do so much better for your first gun with something less expensive. I'll still get the job done. What I recommend to do is to go around to different gun stores in your area, ask them what they think is the best gun for you, like the first, second, and third, for what animal you have decided that you want to hunt, and see what they say. Then once you've gone to all the gun stores in your area, go online and do your own research and figure out which will actually work for you. Now that you have an idea of some guns that'll actually work. Another thing is money. Now, I know for some people that I've talked to, they're like, well, I don't have money to go and buy a $350 pack. What do I do? Well, you don't have to have a $350 pack. Go to your local Walmart, see what cheap backpacks that they have. If you own anything like this is just a plain old green shirt. If I didn't own camo, I just wear this out. So I'm not saying to not invest in camo, but do your research first. This is something that you want to spend the money, but you want to make sure it's worth your money first. Like personally, I choose to buy my gear from Girls with Guns clothing line because I know that they're working for women having their own hunting clothes, but it's worth spending the money once you have it and you are ready to invest in it. Go secondhand shopping, ask friends that you may know that hunt, see what they can sell you for cheap since it's used. Always see what you have first, then buy secondhand when you're starting out, and then slowly save your money for the things that you want. When it comes to things that you want to carry with you in your pack and you don't have the money, like I said before, here's the necessary things that you need to carry with you. Binoculars. They are a must. It's the only way you're going to get through hunting. You need to be able to see those distances. First aid kit. You can just go to the local dollar store and just stock up on some first aid stuff and throw it in a backpack. Paracord can be used for so many different things, and I like to keep a brand new roll in my first aid stuff. Game bags are what you put your harvested meat into. Are going to be these. It's like almost like a cheesecloth where you can it still stretches. Other things that you're going to need is a good knife to skin animals. So I have a collapsible Gerber knife, and by collapsible, it looks like this. There, you put it up against my dark hair, and the blade actually comes off, so I can discard it and get a new one. Other things is I like to always carry around a whistle just in case, which I have right here, and also a lighter for emergencies too. I keep this in my first aid normally. After figuring out everything, you guys really need to practice. The most important thing that you guys can do is practice. Practice shooting your bow. Same with rifles. Become familiar with your weapon of choice and just learn how to use it properly and become familiar with it. Doesn't mean if you don't have a spot to go out and shoot yet, hold it every night. Practice just getting it up and down. That's all you really need to do, practice. And don't be discouraged if it takes a long time. Practice makes perfect. And that's the best thing I can recommend for you guys. So if you like this video, hit hit the like, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification. There's going to be a lot more episodes on how to start up hunting for you or your family.